What up, Dokkanners? With 25 days left until the start of the 9th anniversary, I wanted to take this time to talk about the free-to-play side of things when it comes to the anniversary. We've got 4 massive banners coming up, and with all of these different banners comes a lot of different characters that you might be needing KAIS for. There's going to be a massive demand for Elder KAIS, Grand KAIS, whatever sort of KAIS you can use to boost the super attacks of all of your different characters. So this video is going to be primarily centered around KAI grinding, but we're also going to be talking about other aspects of the free-to-play experience. We're going to be taking a look at tickets, and we're going to be taking a look at coins in this video. So if you guys have been enjoying all the 9th anniversary prep content, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 90,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. And if I may, if there's one additional reason why you should subscribe, allow me to share with you a brief little story as to what happened earlier today. Some of you might have noticed, Toon, why did you go live? What was that weird thumbnail that you saw? You see, what happened was I clicked start streaming instead of start recording, okay? Sometimes that happens to your favorite streamer because those two buttons are right stupidly next to each other. They are not in a different corner of the program. No, they're right next to each other. So if you accidentally misclick, you could go live. And so that's what I did. I clicked it, but then I immediately unclicked it very quickly afterwards. So I was like, okay, wait, did I go live? So then I went to YouTube to see if I went live. I checked my YouTube studio and I hadn't. However, in going to the YouTube studio was like, oh, you want to go live? All right, bet. So I went live. So for 7 seconds, I went live. The damage had been done. It sent out the feed to everybody. And that's why you saw that weird thumbnail. That thumbnail is from like 3 years ago. And YouTube, for some reason, will not let that thumbnail go. It is from 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, a game that I played 3 years ago. And it's still there. And so I saw that there were some views on there, so I know people had seen it. And then I even got those like weird sus YouTube bot comments. So somebody's bare ass was in the comment section saying, oh yeah, I got this crypto thing. It was great. So yeah, thank you, YouTube. Shout out YouTube for being stupid. Anyway, this is why you should subscribe. But this is my point. If you subscribe, then you will be notified the next time I do that. Who knows? At some point, I might accidentally try to FaceTime my mom and I'll go live instead. And you guys will see my face. Or Ein will be walking on my phone or sitting on my phone. You guys will see Ein or something. Like, you don't want to miss those rare chances of those things happening. That's why you should subscribe. I mean, if it's not just for the Dokkan content, it's for the Toon Ls. You want to see Toon Ls, you subscribe. You want to be notified when I go live playing Grand Cross again for the 5th time in 6 years, subscribe. Just got to do it. Anyway, let's jump in. Let's talk about this. Let's start with the tickets. Let's start with the best part of the free-to-play experience, just the experience in general in the 9th anniversary, the rainbow ticket. Now, this ticket is an unprecedented thing because for the first time in history, you are going to be able to do a 77 special summon on any of the 4 major banners. That is insane. So whether you spend real stones or not, you will be able to pick up 77 characters on any one of these 4 banners, which is ridiculous. This is a result of them doing the fusion dance on 2 tickets that we would normally receive in years past. So looking back at last year, we had the 8th anniversary 77 special summon, and we had the 8th anniversary Ton of Thanks rainbow ticket summon. The 77 special summon, you could earn 50 tickets, just like we're going to be doing this year, and you would summon on a separate special banner that could be done through the free-to-play means, which is through the tickets, and also through the paid means, which is the 200 Dragonstone price point. And you could summon on this banner and you could earn at least 3 guaranteed features that could Dokkan Awaken into an LR. That's pretty cool, right? Because it gave you 3 guaranteed LRs. Granted, they were not on the same level as the newer banners, right? But still, it was pretty cool. Golden Frieza was probably the best of the selection because of his massive damage reduction and all that stuff. But that was pretty cool. And then the rainbow tickets, you would earn, we earned about almost 60 total tickets. You would be able to do 7 unit multis on any of the 4 banners. So the advantage with this was that you were able to pick and choose and do a couple of summons here, a couple of summons there, depending on which banners you were struggling on. They didn't guarantee any sort of success, but you simply just got extra free opportunities to summon, which was pretty cool. I know some people were pretty upset that there was no featured mechanic. I understand all that, but you know, it's Dokkan. They're giving us free stuff, but they're not gonna, like, you know, throw away everything over these types. Because like, if you get guaranteed featured on 57 tickets, consider that on every single account, that might massively reduce the demand for people to summon. They're running a business. They don't want to give everything away for free, right? That's just how they are. So it wasn't featured, but it was still cool. And people got away with some pretty cool stuff. People would throw a 7-unit multi on the Gohan banner and get Gohan. Someone would throw a summon on the Spirit Bomb Z, they would get Spirit Bomb Z. It was pretty nice. So they've now basically taken both of these tickets and they fused it together. So now instead of farming for 107 tickets, you're only going to be farming for 50. Not farming, but doing the missions to get 50. So you get 43 from the various missions in parts 1, 2, 3. You get 7 upon first login. So in part 3, once you get the 77 special summon, you could then use it on any one of the 4 banners. Which banner should you choose? I'm going to go through this again in a future video, but I'll tell you right now, all of them are good. It really just depends on which characters you're missing. If you did not summon at all on any one specific banner, because you're saving that for the 77 special summon, that would be a great place to start. In general, of all the characters, the best one is the Beast Gohan. But Beast Gohan is the best banner overall because not only is the best character in the game on this banner, but also the other 2 characters in the top 5, you could argue, are also in the game or in this banner. The UI Goku, Royal Blue Vegeta, both of these units and their EZAs are busted. So 3 characters in total being among the featured, being some of the best characters in the game, definitely worth picking up with your 77 special summon. But if you have like these 3 characters and you don't have Gogeta, it's okay to go for Gogeta. That's not a bad option. You don't have a guaranteed featured built in, but you are doing basically 8 summons in one sitting. So there could be a pretty good chance that you end up getting Gogeta or maybe one of these other characters. Granted, these featured SSRs are not nearly as good, but still, it's still a good way to get some nice characters on these banners. So that is one thing every player, not just free to play, should focus on. Make sure you get all of these tickets. I will do a full breakdown on all of the missions for these tickets in another video. The other ticket in question is the 9th anniversary free-to-play summon ticket banner thing, which is this one right here, where you can earn a bunch of different banner units. This is also worth doing because there are some nice key featured SSRs here that can be useful on some of the banner or some of the categories that some of the units that you pick up on the banners would be able to lead. Also, some of them have EZAs like Trunks and Mai, fantastic anti-Zamasu unit, great for Future Saga Red Zone. Almond Raisin, fantastic supporting character for the newly acquired First Form Frieza whenever he comes back. If you guys summon on that banner, whenever that is in the future, and you have Almond Raisin, you got a good slot 1, and Frieza can be your slot 2. Other characters here that can also get some nice EZAs down the road. Krillin, Launch has a good EZA. Mamba! I just wanted to say Mamba, that's all, no reason. So another banner worth summoning on. For this one, you can earn probably over 100 tickets because last year we got 80 via Countdown, which is what we're going to be getting this year. And then we get a bunch from missions, logins, and stuff. And we had almost 200 tickets. Wow. So 24 multis in total with those free-to-play tickets. So that's the ticket side of things when it comes to free-to-play. Now let's jump into the meat and potatoes of the video. The 9th anniversary free-to-play. 3 characters free-to-play can be farmed during the 9th anniversary. You got the Beerus, LR EZA. You got the TUR EZA First Form Frieza. And you got the TUR EZA 9th anniversary collectible Gogeta. Now, along with that, there are a bunch of other characters that can be obtained from the Baba Shop via coins and the red stone that you're going to be earning during the celebration. Now, I point this out because if you're new to the game and you need more characters to throw on your teams, this is a great way to add on to that. Also, some of the newer collectibles from the recent years are pretty decent. I would say from 5th anniversary onwards, they've actually been pretty good. Actually, you know what? No, I'll say 4th anniversary too. 4th anniversary raised attack multiplicatively. It's okay. But still, like every single year, they've gotten better. 7th anniversary, I think they peaked, to be honest, because this is crazy. 50% attack and defense buff multiplicative for 7 turns. Pure Saiyan 77% lead. This is just at the SSR level. Now, I also point that out because the Gogeta is the first of the collectibles to receive an EZA. EZAs only happen with TURs. Is there a chance at some point in the future that they go back and they Dokkan awaken these characters and give them EZAs? Among these anniversary collectibles and like win-lose characters, there is only one unit with a Dokkan Awakening, and that is the one anniversary character that Dokkan Awakened into year 2 the following year. So I think that at some point they could do that. So this is a great reason to just pick up all of these different characters. You don't have to rainbow them necessarily, but if you want to, you could. We're going to be getting a ton of coins during the celebration, so you can, but that is something also worth looking into, especially free-to-play players. So great stuff right there. I will do a full coin breakdown video in the future. Last year, we earned almost 900 coins across the entire celebration, so it should be around the same, if not more so, this year. So you'll be able to earn all of these different characters and even more stuff that we talk about later on. Now, looking at the banners themselves, in terms of super attack grinding, you're going to be having to do a lot of that depending on all the different characters that you pull, but the main headliners are going to be what we're mainly focusing on here. Broly and Frieza can both be free-to-play grounded. Both can be farmed for free using the Dragon Ball Super Broly story event. And the reason why this is an important one, and I think everyone should do, is also because you need to ingrain in your brain that there is a major difference between the two Gogetas that I will be mentioning coming up here. So both of these characters can be farmed. Only 10 KAIS would actually be needed after the fact, because when Broly goes LR, you can't really farm with free-to-play. You'd have to use your KAIS. 3 of the 8 featured SSRs can also be farmed up to Super Attack 10. Believe it or not, you can with Fusion Zamasu, STR Gogeta, and Tech Vegito. Fusion Zamasu can be farmed probably in the most inconvenient of the 3, but you can pick up an SR Fusion Zamasu from a Dokkan event. You can farm Vegito from another Dokkan event that also drops an SR Vegito, or you can pick up the SSR Vegitos from the Baba Shop using incredible gems. If you've been grinding a bunch of links, or if you've been doing a bunch of that like quest stuff, you might have a decent amount in reserve that you could use to pick up for the Vegito. The Gogeta. I need to drop this public service announcement for every person who cares about their Gogetas. First of all, here's the Golden Frieza, SSR, Broly. You would Dokkan Awaken them each with 20 medals. It seems like a lot. It's very easy to grind. This event is extremely generous. So this will not take you more than maybe like 30 to 40 minutes, but it is worth doing. You got 25 days. You might as well do it now. But if you don't want to, that's fine. Gogeta. Why is this important? Allow me to explain why this Gogeta is important to distinguish. Take a look. This is the free-to-play Gogeta, right? Very pretty, very nice, right? And then here is the 5-year anniversary LR Gogeta. Notice the difference. 5-year anniversary Gogeta is smiling. Free-to-play Gogeta is not, well, he is smiling. His mouth is closed. This Gogeta is smiling with his teeth wide open because, hey, I am a premium character. I am the second most possessed LR in global Dokkan. I am awesome. That's why he's smiling with his teeth. This Gogeta is like, I'm just a free-to-play. I'm not as important. But you know what? I'm still cool. So that's why he's smiling, but his mouth isn't open. Please do not get these two mixed up. Please, 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 please. Dokkan knew what they were doing when they did this, and they did this to punish those of you who don't pay attention. So this is me telling you, please pay attention. Free-to-play Gogeta doesn't have lava around him. This one does. Look at that. Look at the lava in the background. He's getting serious. Time to get serious. That's what this guy's saying. This guy's like, hey, let's chill out here in the whatever, the mountains. All right? Don't get them mixed up, please. Please. I don't want to hear about that in any of the comments on my videos. Toon, what do? I bobbed my Gogeta. Don't do that, please. All right, next banner is the Beast Gohan banner. Out of the two characters, Beast Gohan cannot be super attack farmed, but the banner unit Krillin and 18 can actually be farmed. This can be farmed from the Universe Survival Saga story event where you get the int Krillin and 18. This is from year 6 anniversary. So that can be very easily farmed. So 19 KAIS are needed for the Beast Gohan. Out of all the featured SSRs, you can only farm one of them to Super Attack 10, which is the Piccolo. Everybody else cannot be farmed for free. You could technically use your UI Goku from the collectible shop. I wouldn't advise that, but you could use that to farm up his super attack a little bit. Again, I wouldn't advise doing that, but yeah, this banner, not as forgiving when it comes to farming. You're going to have to use a bunch of KAIS for all these different features. Moving over to the Gogeta banner, the Carnival banner, the one sole headliner character doesn't have any farmable means, so 19 KAIS are needed. 8 of the 9 featured SSRs can be super attack farmed to level 10. The only one that cannot is Paragus, right? Yes, Paragus cannot be farmed. Everybody else can be farmed. So very easy grind to farm up everybody else. I think this is probably going to be the banner that is most overlooked simply because of how ugly this is. Look at all the extra featured like SR characters. You know, also Gogeta is obviously the best. Broly is also really, really good, but then like collectively the rest of them are kind of Also UI Goku is really good. So 3 out of the 9 I would say are like fantastic. Trunks is okay, you know, Metacooler is okay. You got these two EZAs, but like overall when you compare the other banners to this one, this is probably like the least hype for people. But in terms of farming, you do have some nice friendly units. And then lastly, we got the Gammas here. Gamma cannot be super attack farmed. They are together, they're not separate. If they were separate, then you could farm them, but you can't. So 19 KAIS are needed. Once again, 8 out of the 9 featured SSRs can be super attack farmed. The one that cannot is the Rose. I'm pretty sure, right? Trunks, yes. Blue Vegeta, God Goku, Base Goku, Future Gohan. Goku, Bulma. Yeah, I think it's just the Rose. Rose cannot be farmed. So 8 out of the 9, again, very free-to-play friendly. So if we tally up all of the KAIS that you need for the main headliner characters, you're going to need at least 67 KAIS to boost all 6 of the 9-year anniversary characters. That is if you know, farm everybody that you can. you can earn at least 100 KAIS during the 9th anniversary alone. So when you break it down on just the new characters, you are covered in terms of KAIS. So I have a full breakdown for how many KAIS you can earn across all the various events. 18 KAIS can be farmed through the story events. All of these different story events will be available when the anniversary begins. 25 KAIS, 5 grand KAIS of each type, can be bought from the coin shop, each one costing 12 coins. So in total, you're going to need 300 coins to buy all 25 KAIS. Remember how last year we were able to earn almost 900 coins? So that does take a good chunk out of it, but it's worth it. So if you are looking to get some extra KAIS, this is going to be a great way to do that. 25 KAIS is worth it. When I talk about KAIS, I'm only talking about Elder KAIS and Grand KAIS. I am not including Sleepy KAIS. Those are also in the equation, in the mix. I am not including those because they are not guaranteed. Some people could get 3 super attack boosts out of 3 sleeping KAIS. Some people could get 3 super attack boosts out of 30 sleeping KAIS. So because of all that massive variability, I don't want to include sleeping KAIS here. 3 Elder KAIS and 5 Grand KAIS, one of each, can be obtained from the 9th anniversary missions. You can earn 5 Elder KAIS from the comeback campaign rewards, 5 Grand KAIS, one of each from the 9-year login bonus. 26 Elder KAIS can be obtained across all of these different challenge missions, and I am not including the Extreme Z battles. So when you factor in like the LRUI Goku's EZA, you get 5 AGL KAIS. The reason why I don't include that is because I am assuming that most people will probably use those KAIS that they earn from those LR EZAs for those characters. So like when you're going through these events, you get 2 KAIS on stage 5, you get 3 KAIS on stage 10. I'm just going to assume that everyone is going to use those on the characters that they're awakening. So if you want to include those, you can, because if that's the case, that would be LRUI, LR Royal Blue, and then how many others? Whatever. I'm not counting them. You can go ahead and count them. So 26 Elder KAIS from these. Then we've got 10 Elder KAIS and 15 Grand KAIS, 3 of each from the top grossing and thank you rewards. Now we may not necessarily get the same sort of announcements. Like we may not necessarily get the same amount of top grossings, the same amount of thank you announcements, but the reward should still add up to be the same. So I am factoring these in. And then there is also a world tournament. I am recording this video before the start of part 2. There could be a world tournament coming up. So I'm throwing this out there, not necessarily that it needs to be included in the count, but you could get over 10 more KAIS from world tournament if you guys do partake. 5 Elder KAIS from missions, 1 Grand KAI of each type from world tournament missions, even more KAIS from pre-year, 9-year, what does it say, pre-year? Pre-9-year celebration. So there you have it. That is the full free-to-play breakdown on the upcoming celebrations. TLDR, a lot of KAIS incoming, but still won't be enough for all of the different characters that are featured on all of these different banners. So if you can super attack grind some of them, even if it's not now, if you do it during the celebration, your wallets will thank you. Your KAI reserves will thank you. Don't forget global after the 9-year anniversary. We then have a break, a short break with not much to recover. And then we go into worldwide downloads. So it'll be the same song and dance again with that celebration and those major characters that are coming up as well. So if you think that you're covered for this celebration, do try to think ahead, because we're only going to have a month, like a couple of weeks before worldwide, and then we're going to have less than like 4 months until 10-year anniversary. It's going to be crazy. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments if you guys got that weird announcement at earlier today from my channel, and if you did, were you confused as a lot of other people were? Also, let me know how many KAIS you guys have in reserve right now. Are you the type to farm super attack grind for different characters? Do you not really care about that sort of thing? Are you going to now that you've seen this? Let me know your thoughts overall about the upcoming celebration in the comments down below. Let me know if there's anything that I missed. I don't think I missed anything, but let me know if you guys caught anything. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.